Welcome back to another round of playing the Wizards with myself, Saruman versus Radagast. Okay, we're in the untap phase. Things are looking pretty grim for Saruman. They are getting close to the end of their second go through with their play deck, at which point they can call a council. They are really beating us in marshalling points. So unless something really crazy happens, like Radagast dying, we might be in trouble. So we've finished the untap phase. Now we're in the organization phase. I think Ireth will join us, and I'm going to play smoke rings right now in the organization phase. I could use smoke rings to bring Andoril back and try and complete that quest, but that is proving so tricky. There's that -3 modifier corruption check that's required when you do it, which means I can't do it with Saruman if he's holding anything else. I really don't dare do that. And the information sites that are around Ecthelion have some really nasty... you either have to go into the water, at which point we're going to have to worry about that rain drake they have summons from long sleep, and they also has a pretty bad automatic attack, or the Gen Alish is another information site from near Ecthelion that has a really nasty automatic attack, 4 strikes of 8, which I don't think Ireth would come out of untapped, to be honest. So yeah, I just don't see. So I'm going to play smoke rings, but instead of pulling something, I could bring the Rangers of Ecthelion back in. That's a thought. Or I could just bring something a little bit closer to home. Yeah, I mean, Saruman could tap to bring a sideboard, a card from the sideboard in. So maybe I do bring the Rangers of Ecthelion. How far is Ecthelion from Anfalas? Can you get there in Anfalas, Lamedon, Lebanon, Anorian? No. Maybe we just use the smoke rings to pull the Men of Lamedon in from the sideboard and shuffle it into the play deck. I'd like to bring the Rangers back in, but I don't. It's 2 turns to get there with Aragorn. Yes, maybe Saruman could pull them, but I don't want to leave us. I don't want to put a lot of. I don't want to free up his direct influence by putting a lot of people under the general influence and then make us vulnerable to muster disperses. Yeah. Right now we've got every point is precious. Okay. This is just such a tough spot. And then I don't have anything particularly to do. We could just YOLO it, go to a site where a faction is playable and just hope it comes up. I don't like to do that. Let's see how this goes. We don't have to decide until the end of the organization phase, so I'm going to tap Aragorn to attempt to remove the Lore of Nature. He rolls an 8. Okay, so he did it. And then I could tap Saruman to try and remove the Dragon's Curse from Éomer. Probably ought to do that. We're going to Minas Tirith to play the Palantir. Anybody could play that. I'm not super concerned with using the Palantir's power. It's not as good as the Palantir of Orthanc. That power is really great. The Minas Tirith one, look at the top 5 cards in your deck and then put them back. I'm not... I mean, at this point, we're just... yeah, we're doing what we can do. I mean, it would be a good ability, but not really... I'm more concerned with the marshalling points. So I am going to tap Saruman. Sage, make a roll. Result is greater than 6. Okay, come on. Yes, and he rolls an 11. Alright, so goodbye Dragon Curse. Very good. Okay. And then, so that still doesn't really help me figure out what to do. We could go to Dol Amroth. We could go to the Vale of Eric. We could go to, where are the Men of Lebanon played? Peligir? Yeah, we could go to Peligir, but the problem is which one? And which one do we think comes up? And is it worth just walking around without an actual aim? Maybe it could be. I mean, it would allow us to draw cards. Yeah. So, I just don't know. Okay, so we're definitely going to Minas Tirith with this company. That's for sure. And then, okay, Peligir, Dol Amroth, or Vale of Eric. Peligir, Dol Amroth, or Vale of Eric. Foof. Maybe we just go to Peligir. I mean, that allows us to draw. Well, thanks to Smaug, it only lets us draw one. So they're all one. Is it worth drawing one? Is it worth just walking around for one card? I don't think so. We're just going to stay in Eidolon then. We'll see what comes up next turn. Okay? So, they're staying put. These guys are headed off to Minas Tirith from Edoras. The site path from Rohan to Anorian is Borderlands free lands. We're leaving from a freehold. We're going to a freehold. So, pretty safe path, if I do say so myself. And no wilderness, nothing. Okay. All right. So let's go. We can draw one. Our opponent can draw two. The Men of Lamadon. Okay. If we'd gone to the Vale of Eric, we could have pulled them. Other side. Okay. So they have a hazard limit of 5. I mean, but they're going through some of the safest areas you can think of. And so I can't play any of these cards on them. I could play the river to force them to tap Éomer. I don't know that that does a lot for me. I could tap Dwar to bring one of these cards in. I don't know that that does much for me either. Yeah, I could play Vatha and tap him immediately to bring a card from the discard into my... You may bring one hazard creature from your discard to your hand. Could bring Alone and Unadvised back, couldn't I? Where was that one here? Yeah, so what I might do is play Uvatha, tap him immediately to bring the Mouth of Sauron back in to my hand. Because Uvatha can only bring in... anyway, I'm not going to... Yeah, Mouth of Sauron, here he is. Then play the Mouth of Sauron. See, the Mouth... Uvatha can only bring creatures back in. The Mouth can bring any hazard back to your hand. To bring Alone and Unadvised into my hand. And, okay, so we have this here ready to go. And it's a great card, as we've seen already. And so let's... Those are the only two hazards I'm going to play. And then they arrive. Okay, so back up to the other side. So they arrive in Minas Tirith, and now we move over to Aragorn's movement hazard phase, and they are not doing anything, but my opponent can play something if they so choose. They do not. And so now we're at the site phase, and Saruman, with Saruman's company in Minas Tirith, we are going to first play Houses of Healing, and then Gambling is going to tap the site to play the Palantir of Minas Tirith. Over here, no one's doing anything, so now it's the end of turn phase, and... We've got something to do with them. We don't have anything to do with the other team. Do I want to discard? Ugh, it's a tough decision. I mean, I'm holding these two cards, in hopes that Doors of Night comes back. But that is, pierced by many wounds. They're traveling with such a large company. I just don't think I can, yeah. Okay, we'll discard that and draw up. Quick Beam, okay, that's something to do. Forlong, all right, he's a nice guy. And Power Built by Waiting is back, okay. Okay, and that is the end of their turn. Oh, wait, other side. Okay, over here, do I want to discard anything? Yeah, I think I just want to get motion. We're going to discard River and Prowess of Age. Okay, great. Okay, and now that's the end of their turn. And we're back over here with this team's turn. Radagast untaps. Everyone else is already untapped. Jeez, these guys are something else. And yes, we're in the organization phase. So Celeborn, Galadriel will tap. So I guess this doesn't make any difference. I was going to say I could play this to make her corruption check automatically successful, but then this forces her to make a corruption check modified by -1, so that would be completely pointless. Okay, so she's going to pass the Elfstone to Celeborn, and then Celeborn is going to put her under him, provided that she doesn't run off right now. Okay, she rolled a 10. That's fine. Okay, so now Celeborn with +3 influence to elves, and his 1 and his 5 here can cover Galadriel. Very nice. Which means that we have 14. We're using up 14 of our 20 general influence. Okay, so we have 6 unused general influence. That's a pretty safe number. Yeah, that keeps us pretty safe against muster dispersers. Not completely, but pretty safe. Now we got to think about what we're going to do. I think I will just let Galadriel and Celeborn sit here in Lorien. I think that's fine. We could move them around. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. We could move them for the sake of getting through our deck. I just don't want to lose them to some orcs. I guess we could just go to like the safest place possible from Lorien. What would that be? Welling Hall? I don't even have Welling Hall in here. Would it be Welling Hall? Well, that's Wilderness. I guess Beorn's house would be the absolute safest place for them to go, the Anduin Vales. But there is the Reaching Shadow, which means that, yeah, I don't think so. Fangorn, Welling Hall. No, I'm not going to do that. I like having 9 cards in my hand, and so they're just going to stay there. Now these guys, I do have to wonder what to do with them. We need to probably leave Shrelkane, and then we could come back. Let's see, we're in Dorwinion. We could go to Northern Rhovanion, Borderlands Wilderness. Okay, sure. Where can we go to in Northern Rhovanion? Dale or Lake Town? Yeah. Okay, fine. We'll just go to Lake Town. It's closer. Lake Town. Geographically closer. Okay. So Shrelkane, they're both in the same region. I'm just talking about like literally on the map, which is geographically closer. Okay, we're just going to move, get some motion going, and so they're going to Lake Town. Okay, so first I'll handle the movement hazard for this team, for this company, and they can draw. I mean, I guess to be honest, we could walk around and we could go like Dorwinion, Southern Rhovanion, Heart of Mirkwood, Northern Rhovanion. It's a little cheap, but is Northern Rhovanion under here, under the Reaching Shadow? It is. Okay, so doesn't make any difference from that respect. Yeah, I don't think there's really any rule against it, so let's do that. So we're going to go. We're going to go from Dorwinion to southern Rhovanion to the heart of Mirkwood to northern Rhovanion. Very roundabout, and we're headed to Lake Town. Okay, so we can draw 3, 4. 4 cards. My opponent can draw 2. We're going to draw 4. And there's the men of Dorwinion. As soon as we leave, they come out. Guess they don't like us very much. Okay, other side. Double vigilance. And Mouth of Sauron. All right. Huh. I don't know. Can doubled vigilance? Can you play 2 doubled vigilances on the same? That seems a little. It doesn't say you can't. Playable on a Shadowhold or Ruins Lair or Portal Hold if Doors Night is in play. If the company chooses to enter the site, they must make a roll and subtract this company's size. If the result is greater than 6, then they is a number normal. Otherwise, they must face an attack to be resolved before any automatic attacks. Orcs for strikes of 9. Discard when the so doesn't seem like you can do it twice. Okay, so they have a humongous hazard limit. So what I think I'll do is first I'll play the Mouth of Sauron to pull Doors of Night back into my hand. There we go. And then play Doors of Night. What? By the way, do I have anything over here? Half Trolls. Yeah, I could pull the Half Trolls back. Or I could give a strike, something an extra strike. Okay. Doors of Night, and then 3. I'm going to play Doubled Vigilance on Lake Town. Power Built by Waiting. Play that too. 4, 5. And I don't think I will play the orcs on them. I think they'll just mop the floor with them without some buffs on them. I don't think I'll get anywhere with that. So, I am tempted to just play cards just to get my hand moving. Maybe I'll play Choking. Not sure. Yeah, I think I'll play Choking Shadows. Just to turn a wilderness into a Shadowland. They're already effectively Shadowlands, but I just need motion in my hand. So that's number 6. So I'm not going to do anything with that, but I'm just playing it to play it. And they arrive. Draw my hand back up. Aha, minions stir. And Erkenbrand, great. Not helpful. And then what do we do? What do we do? We, so if we were going to enter the site, we could use Dark Quarrels to just cancel that. We're not going to enter the site because we don't actually have anything to do at Lake Town, so this is rendered moot. We just came here actually doesn't do anything. So Shrill Cane is back in the site deck, and by the way, Gates of Morning should be gone. And okay, so now we need the Men of Dorwinion. I want to keep this. This is very handy. I could totally see them going back to the Gap of Eisen, but I don't know for sure. So I might just discard the Cave Worm. And Wound of Long Burden, okay. 4, 5. I really want to keep my hazards. So this is 6 hazards. Must keep. Okay. We'll just ditch these 2. Okay. Okay, and we've arrived in Lake Town. As we said, we're not entering the site, so that's the end of their movement hazard. Well, that comes later. So we've arrived anyway. I'll just keep this here, I suppose, until even though we know we're not going inside. Okay, and then these guys stay put. Is there anything that my opponent wants to do over there with regards to them? No. Okay, so yeah, we're in the site phase. We're not going to enter the site, so that's rendered moot. They're not going to do anything. So we're here. Nothing happened. That's it. We could discard one and draw, which I think we will, just because. Oh, Radagast. Other side. Discard one and draw. Glamdring. Aye. Erkenbrand and Glamdring. Salt in the wound, guys. Salt in the wound. Ugh. Okay, and that's the end of the round.